Yeah, so alrighty guys, welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. I'm in an incredibly good mood tonight, which is unusual. Been actually to be honest, the second time in a row today I'm in a good mood. I was in a good mood earlier when I was playing Minecraft, which didn't do as well as I expected. It usually does pretty well, but sometimes Minecraft doesn't hit. Way things are going on now, we're gonna get through that pretty quickly though. So yeah, we're gonna get to this game, we're gonna get to Doom, where we managed to get to. You can probably see you can see I've changed it a little bit just to make it a little bit easier. That sounded alright, that's ready to go. Yes, yes, of course, I got thrown back out. Of course of that. Yeah, I think we're ready to go, guys. Now, I've been a bit sloppy, okay? I'm trying to remember if it's one. Oh, boy, which one was it? No. Crap, which one's which? Meow, oh god. Hey dude, what's going on? Trying to work out which one was it. Was this even this account I was using? Oh crap, what account was it? Was it this account? Definitely not that account. How about this one? Alrighty, definitely not this account. Definitely not this one. It must be my other one I was using. So, how you going, Premier? Yeah, so... Yeah, dude, what's going on? I know you noticed I changed my window a little bit. Just to make one, to make it easier on people. Secondly, I want to use that area, particularly later on down the track. I was going to pick it up today, but I haven't got around to it. Let's go on you. I'm hoping it's this one. Goodness gracious. Hey guys, you should be able to see the text message. Yep, you can see it. The chat's good. Good. What am I put Destiny on for? Freaking hell. I don't know why I put Destiny on. I think I'm just my memory. It's my brain's memory. It's just going there. I don't know. Alright, so yeah guys, in a second I'm gonna turn my light on because we need it on. Not for the main chat, for the shorts. The shorts are a bit funny looking. But yeah, it should be okay now. I'm hoping we're at the right, well, this one. This should be the right one. I know where we're up to. We've got a lot of work to do, guys. We've still got a bit to do today. I've been pretty behind. I haven't been playing as like I should be. I ended up sleeping a fair bit for a few hours today. I just got really tired, which is unusual. I'm not usually a sleepy person. But I think I worked out what's going on. So that's going to be beneficial. Oh, right, yeah. This is the one? Essential. Yep, this is the right one. I'm not oh god. Yeah, he's going to be doing that all night, I think. Just give me a second, guys. I'm going to open up my window so the air can circulate a little bit. It's a bit stuffy in here and air gets a bit stale. Alright, we're back. That was fun. Let's get my earphones on. I don't know. Alright, we'll see how far we can get into tonight, guys. See how far we can get tonight. Alright, do I remember what I'm doing? The answer is no. So, okay, I have to make sure I restock. I'm here. Did I get the key? I did get the key, right? I did. I'm sure of it. Yeah, I did. Because if I didn't, I wouldn't be able to go through there. Alright, never mind. I got the key. I got the key. I got the key. Where are we? We're up here. Alright, we're going to go that way. Nope. What about this? Armor. Good armor. Alright, go this way. It'll take us downwards. Nothing down there. Alright, we'll go this way. Fantastic. Alright, hopefully we can continue tonight, guys. I hope you guys... So let me know, is a few bit better than what it was last time? It's a little bit cleaner for us, few things. Alright, so 1, 2, we should have already found that one. 3. Okay, there's only 3 in this one. And the third one of them's up there. A weird spot for it, but whatever. Now, just got to find that one, and then we can grab what we've got to grab here. Alright, I'm just looking around at the moment. Is there anything else we need to grab? Okay, let's see if there's anything that way. Where are the enemies in here? I feel like this place is deserted. Now, I've got to figure out where... Did I get the key? I don't know. We're about to go back up there and have a look. I'm pretty sure I did, but who knows with this game. Alright. That's the way we just went. Gotta keep an eye out for these guys. You can't really beat me. Oh god. Oh, let's go back up. So there it is over there. Man, finding this game, I did not get it. I'm sure I did. I'm sure I got the key already, because I've been in here. What the hell? Unless... Okay, I think I know what's happened. That's weird, I shouldn't have done that, No, I'm looking around. Oops, I fell off the edge. I am looking for something. So that area there, there's like one of those things missing. Now, remember correctly, they're usually pretty close to it, so it can't be that far away. It might be over here or something. Ah! Shield dude! Oops. Good, so I need your weapons. Ammo restored, okay. Why? Okay, I got the wrong gun here. That's the one I want. Gotcha. Yep, there they go. Oh god, you and that. Hey, at least it's entertaining, guys. Gotta give them credit. So that's where we've gotta go. We can't go there yet, though. Alright, I'm still looking for the thing over here. It's gonna be that hard to find. I'm looking for rabbits. You know, from Bugs Bunny back in the day, guys. Or some of you might remember that. Not a lot of you, but some of you. I don't know where the other one is. I don't see it somewhere. I just don't know where it is. Got two of them. There was one up there. That's the one we just broke a few seconds ago. There was one up here. Oh wait, that could be, yeah, right. Oh, one over there. So it's pretty far away from here. But probably over there somewhere. So we'll just have to explore the map and hopefully run into it. Now, where are we going? We're going, I don't know. Go this way. We'll go back this way, because this way looks like it's easy to navigate. But keep an eye out for it, guys. Oh, I don't want to go that way. Do we have any? Can we buy anything here? I don't know. Oops, wrong button. Right. Alright, this one's got most stuff, so I don't really care about it. Oh, we already bought all that stuff. Okay. What is it? How much money do we have? Alright. Right, we're buying some stuff, guys. At least we've got something to buy. Is that it? That's it. Alright, let's move on. Don't really care about what we buy. To be honest, I really, you know, bought what I wanted. Damn it, I was trying to hide down here. Hello. Where'd you go? What the hell hit me? Oh boy. Alright. Okay. Alright. See what we need to get. Alright, we've already done that. Lock. Oh, okay, yep. That one's the hard one. Alright, last one should be pretty easy. Just lock down them ones. Okay. Well, it's not hard to do. You just gotta do it to strong enemies. Oh, I did not see that. That can, yeah, that's how you do it. Strong bosses. Bosses will be my best bet for that one. Alright, and the last one's secrets, which is dead easy to do. Okay, we'll go this way. Turn around. Keep your eye out for things, guys. I don't need that. I'm a bit low on health. I haven't played this for a while, guys, so I'm going to be a little rusty. I like a lot rusty, actually, but... yeah, just enjoy ourselves wandering around. Oh boy, okay, some enemies over there. There's nothing over here. Nope. Alright, which way do we want to go? We don't want to go straight that way. So we're going that way. What is that over there? Hey guys, that's 9. Hey, come here. I want to... Alright, all you gotta do is talk to one enemy and you'll be right. Once we're done with him, we can just move on. Alright, mission completed. Now we can get rid of him. Oh, that was easy. Wrong button. Gotta remember, guys, this game doesn't have reloads. So I'm always changing it, thinking it's got reloads. Alright, you can probably tell there's things here we've got to do. Alright, don't need to do anything else other than the last one, which is discover 7 secret areas, which is part of this anyway. So I don't know why it's even a thing. Alright, go up. Okay, maybe we should get. We'll go up there. Alright, it's a secret area, obviously. Yep, which way are we going? Okay, I'm gonna go across there. Ooh, up there. Wait, nothing else here? Nothing else. Great. Oops. Nothing here, I don't think. I think it was just meant to do that. Okay, so we'll keep going. Alright, yep. I see there's a big boss battle coming up. Alright, let's keep looking around. Boss is over there, but this is where I want to go. Yep, down here. Another secret area. I'm pretty well with the secret areas. Basically, okay, we've done about nearly half of them. Now, next area is to deal with this big battle here, and then we can go down there and grab that, and then yeah, we just got this tiny area. Oh, this area to do. I want to say tiny. It's not big, but it's not tiny. We've done a lot of the gold already. How is that so high? It doesn't really matter to me. I don't need it. It's not that important. Alright, let's go do that big battle. I really stop changing my guns. Such a bad habit. Alright, let's go. Not really that hard, to be honest. Especially when you run through an area like that. Oh crap. Right, he's a pain in the ass though. So I've got a lot of enemies over this side. Okay, I don't know why I'm changing. Gotta wait for someone to come over this way so I can deal with them. Get him out the way. Okay. Who dares attack me? Alright. Okay, got rid of him. Yep, got rid of him too. Oh, no, he didn't. Alright, now we can go down that way. Damn it. Thank God I changed the difficulty a little bit. that. Assume, guys. You shot me from behind. Okay. Okay, there's more enemies coming from this direction. Oh, that's it. Kills down, great. A lot of the times, guys, are not that hard to beat for the most part. Now, I'm really gonna start making this consistent time, so I'm gonna try to consistent myself when it comes to the 2 streams. I don't want to keep making it all random. It's hard to follow if I'm all over the place. But tomorrow I'm gonna try to start making consistency. Okay, just checking what we need to do. Okay, we've got to go over there, get that, and then we can go down, grab that, grab that. Okay, cool. We can jump down there and continue this area. Alright. Yeah, if I'm correct, there are enemies down here. Of course there is. You know what? I'm not dealing with him. Yep. I don't have to fight them and I won't. Alright, let's go. Over there, okay. That's the second one I gotta use. B's really a weird pattern to push for this. Alright, we've got one more to go.
Almost finished.
Yes, I noticed. I know. Okay, I've got to go jump down there and we'll go that way, I guess. I've not found that third statue yet, though. That's the thing. The third statue, and I don't know where it is. I've not seen it. I'll go this way because I noticed some of these things. Oh boy. Hello, dude. I don't know how. Oh, you did already. Hey guys, Damn it. Right. Oh, that's nice. All right, they're done. And there goes the shield, and there's the last. There's the last one. Luckily for us, there's only a few missions like that. Okay, now we've got that one deactivated. We can go and activate it. Let's go back this way, through here, to over there. Get that thing done, and then we can go north, basically to the last area of the game. Well, the level. I shouldn't say the game. It's not the game. Alright, let's get go. Oh, what's this? Hello? We'll do that on my way back. Where was it? It was over here, wasn't it? No. Crap, where was it? Oh, so there it is, that way. What's this way? Hey, welcome at school. There's no enemy here before. Goodbye. Any more? That's all of them. Right, we can grab that and get the hell out of here. Thanks, so far so good. Right. Stone found, great. Okay, done all that, Alright, looks like I'm going back that direction. Yep, go straight, yeah, okay, cool. Alright, let's go. The only area I gotta go to, and then we can move on to the next mission. Guys, we've got to start people with consistent, so I'm hoping tomorrow will be the beginning. I want tomorrow to be the beginning. You know something I should be doing is making sure my sounds okay. Alright, my sound's a bit high. Turn the sound down a little bit to 30, 25. Oh wait, it's not. Damn it. Okay, give me a second. Give me a second. I've got to check it on OBS. OBS is where... Yeah, it's a little high. Gotta make sure when I start it sounds okay. Yeah, perfect. Perfect! So guys, I had it set up a bit higher than I should have had it. It's a real bad habit of mine for games to set up sounds. It's not even that hard to do. It takes like 2 minutes. Hopefully now I sound a bit more clear. You can understand me a bit more. My bad habit is I don't always change the sound. Okay, I don't like this area very much. It feels dangerous. Got that. It's okay. How much gold have we got? Ooh, okay. Not even 100 left to go. That's good. Alright, let's continue looking around. Oh, hey guys, yeah, nice try, dude. Damn it, I hate it when it... I see you over there, dude. Yep. Oh, it's all of them? I think so. Oh boy. I don't know what's worse, him or him. Yeah, nice try, pal. Alright. Oh. Okay, I think it's quiet. I can hear nothing. I can hear the thoughts in my head, obviously meaning we've done that area. It's not even hard, I mean, Jesus Christ. I keep thinking the game's a lot harder than it actually is. Question is, how do I get up there? Oh, never mind. I'll go back or go up this direction. I think it's that way. Guys, I hope the sounds good. I mean, I'm a little tired, but I don't want to be like that. So I keep getting tired so easily. It's something weird. The days where I get fantastic sleep, the days where I just want to sleep all day. Okay, so we'll go, yeah, so we'll go up this way. Turn left and go this way. Okay, got that one. Go downwards, of course. Alright. So guys, we're getting this. I get this sometimes when I'm really dehydrated. I get like really dry skin. Huh? Ah, it's down there. Alright, okay, that one area is done. Now I'm gonna get there. Alright, I'm assuming there's some sort of way up there from this area. Yeah, there's gotta be a way up. I'm assuming there is. Maybe that's it. Alright, go this way. Alright, that's how you go in there, huh? Not very useful, but hey, okay. I wonder how to get up there. I'm assuming I'm gonna beat this area to do that, so I guess that's where we're going. Well, hopefully it's not a hard area. Most of it isn't, so... Yeah, we're going to the big boss battle now, guys, or one of them. Whee! Splat. What is attacking me? Oh, more there, huh? Alright, let's go and get one of them. Get out the way, dude. Oh, so that's where the dude's like, oh no. Oh, it's just you. There goes the shield. And there goes the last room. Now we can enter the room. But we don't need to yet.
The heart has been primed. We can use the forge now. See you at the elevator.
Yeah, right. I'm not going there just yet, guys. Oh no, this is going to be... Okay. Where are we going? I don't know. I don't have a clue where we're going, guys. This way? Yep, guess this way it is. Man, Doom can really jump, can't? That didn't work out. Okay. You're shooting me. Oh, okay. You're getting shot from you, huh? Not you too. Oh, a secret area with a secret item. There's a whole lot of secrets going on. All right. Oh, look at that! A little toy. Found a little toy. All right, that's all that. Mostly. Apparently there's something over here. Okay, it's right there. Damn. Okay, nothing here, huh? Cool bananas. Alright, how much we found? We found 5? Okay, why is there so many areas missing? That's weird. Is there more to this world that I'm not aware of? I know there's one up there, but other than that, we've been everywhere else. So there must be more to this world than I'm aware of. Alright, let's get down now. We've got to figure out how I'm going to get up there. Okay, I know how to get there now. Alright, where am I? What's up there? Yep. That way. I can jump over. Okay. Oh, there he is, right here. Alright, that is everything. Why are we missing stuff? Only reason we're missing stuff is there's more to it. Because there's no way we're missing stuff here. We've got every area unlocked. Every area accounted for. But obviously there's more to it. Yeah. Because we've been, yeah, there must be more to it. Alright, let's head back to the entrance. Where's the entrance? That way, huh? Gotta get down first. There's the heart. Ah, crap. No, I'm like, oh no, nope, can't leave with bosses. Oh, here he is. Oh no, not you again. Why is my weapon changed? Ow. We're doing okay. Where'd he go? Where is he? There he is. Okay, I've got no ammunition, which means we need ammunition. Freaking hell, that's the second time I got pushed off the edge. Any more enemies here? No, of course not gone. Oh no, this one. Fantastic, that's all I needed. Alright. Got him. Alright, we nearly died there. Mostly because I ran out of ammunition, guys. Need to keep an eye on it. Pretty sure. Alright, still got 2 to collect. Alright. Yeah, there's more to it. Probably not much more, but there's more to it. At least I think of, hey, what's going on? Tomorrow, dude. Definitely not tonight, I can tell you that now. Alright. Alright, keep going. Alright, so alright, where are we? Ah, so there is more to the world. Okay, that makes more sense. That's why we didn't have everything. Alright. Oh boy. Bye-bye. Gimme. Alright, there we go. I have no idea what tomorrow is. A good guess would be mine. Let me check. I've got my schedule here somewhere. I'm just waiting for these enemies to stop going up so I can get it out. Alright. What's tomorrow? Tomorrow's Friday, right? Yeah, the same one as today. The member one. I think Saturday's when I do my private one. Or when I'm due to do my private one, I should say. You're pissing me off with your attacks. Fuck you. So okay, that'll put an end to that situation. Alright. Nearly died there, guys. We nearly died. Anything else in here we need to worry about? No, don't look like it. Fraction, there is one thing in here. Over there, of course it's in a gate. How was that? Obviously that's not the way I want to go yet, so we'll turn it back around. Oh, there it is. 50 little game. Assuming it opens okay? Yep, it does. Okay, now we're talking. Alright, secret area acquired. How many do we have left? 3 to go, huh? Don't remember it being so long, but okay. What time is it? 9:45. Damn. I have a drink, guys. I've got to make sure I drink more. Oh yeah, feels better. Alright. How much more is there? It doesn't look like there's a... Oh, wait. There's a huge battle up ahead. Great. Alright, let's keep going. Oh, I know this area. I do remember this area, actually. Vaguely remember it, but I do remember it. Alright, if I remember correctly, yeah, this is the platforming one. Okay, there is things up... Oh, hello. Alright, it's more that way. Okay. Yeah, the stuff up there, we can't get this at the moment. We'll get it very soon, though. Alright, let's get over there. How rude. Yeah, nice try, dude. I can see you. Alright. Which way is that one? No, it's not the way I want to go. This way. Got a few things to do. One, get down there. Yep. That's what I thought. I found that one. That was pretty easy. Get back up. I've got to go back that way, I think. That's how we do it. Okay. I think. So the one correct, we should be able to go up one more level. Yeah, one more level here, and then we can jump that way across, I think. I could be wrong. Uh-oh. I knew it. Aim for one. Oh. Destroy them all. Oh boy. You on the other hand are problematic. Okay. I knew it. Damn it. Oh, I get it. Yep. Never mind. From here. Alright, oh, okay, yep. That one, if I needed it, yeah. Alright, I got that one. That one's not really worth it, anything to me. Definitely worth something to me, though. That's one. Alright, basically at the end, aren't we? Alright, so that's all the secrets. That is basically everything but one secret. Which is probably still up ahead, in a way. It's still a little bit to go. Oh, wait, no. There's more back. Okay, so it must be that in its own little area. Alright, lucky I did check. So this area is separate. That area. Okay, we'll get back over there then. Aha! Little shifty little area. Alright, that's the last one, I think. Yep, the last area we had to discover, and then I just got the boss. Said the final thing we've got to do is the boss. Everything else is done. So that was easy-ish. I mean, easy-ish, I said, not easy, but enough. The whole place is full of death. Alright, where do we go now? Go left? No, go right? I don't know. Obviously this way, so yeah. We're doing pretty well. Okay, how far do we gotta go? Oh, okay, we're almost there. Oh shit, I was about to shoot them. Can I shoot them? I can't. Nope, we can't shoot them. They're immune to my bullets, but what are they doing here? Interesting. Okay. Oh god. Okay, we've got a lot of upgrades we can do. Good. We need some upgrades. Alright, that's done. Okay, cause overload or lightning area damage to damage. So it's just a challenge, nothing too important.
No signs of the demons, Thera.
Mm.
We won't have much time.
No, it won't. But there are demons hanging around. I know there is. I know there's some demons.
The ancestrals never really die. The heart endures. We harvest the energy.
Alright.
Svara. Nim unve. Anme. Veseque. Svara. Nim unve. Anme. Veseque.
Whoa, okay, here we go, here we go. We're going to charge up the whole thing, huh? Hmm. Oh god. It even beats like a heart. Oh my god, that's basically blood. Ugh. Alright.
They're here, falling back. We'll meet you at the exit.
Alright, let's go. Alright. Praying Hill Surges activate the power. Oh god. You have granted the power of. Alright, so how do I use that? It doesn't say much about it. Okay. You have unlocked the sound. You may now select the active sound and save it as well. Okay, so that's how it works. Okay, cool. All right, now we're talking. Ow. That's gonna do a lot of damage, damn, not me too much. I love that technique. Get right in their faces, guys. And every time they do it, bang, it reflects. You're pissing me off though. Oh, that was close. Oh, he's over there. I don't want to go that way. It was supposed to be a... Alright, so about halfway. Alright. That did not work out for you, did it? Damn. Okay, leader's ready to be wiped out. Go for him. Where is he hiding? Come on, so you want to fight, huh? There he is. You're next, pal. Gotta get rid of this dude. This guy's really annoying me. Right. We're running out of weapons too. Got it. Alright, now we're cooking. Who's attacking me from behind now? Okay, they keep regenerating. I'm the one having too much trouble with them. Makes me very hard when they regenerate all the time. There you go. Fuck your ass, you son of a gun. Oh, what is it? Alright. That was a bit more brutal than I remember. But hey, sometimes I've got 100%. I think I've got 100% lately. Don't think I've missed any yet. I'm gonna finish up soon, guys. I'm tired. My eyesight's... Oh, it's only like 10 o'clock. I've been on like an hour. Is that? Yeah, an hour and 5 minutes. Oops. Alright. Alright. Okay, cause an overload or lightning affected damage, blah blah blah. Okay, yeah, we're doing that pretty well. Basically, it's just a mastery type of thing. That might be something to do with my backup channel, guys, but not on this one. Alright. I've done pretty well. I've got a few missions out the way, like 9 or something, 8. How many have we done? Done 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. Why is there 99? There's 199. And there's another 99. There's 2 99s. I don't know what that one's about. What did I screw up on? Ah, okay. It was just a challenge. Challenges are easy to deal with. What about you? Secrets. Basically. Okay. No big deal. How many more is there? I think there's a bit more to go. There's 22 chapters, so let's say that's 4, that's another 4, that's 8. That's okay, we're up to number. Isn't it like 22 chapters or some shitty number like that? We'll have to get a bit more aggressive in this. We've got a long way to go, look at it. Ah, welcome to hell, guys. You know something.
No harm must come to her. She is the heart of Argent.
Yep, they knew.
Then why didn't she use her sorcery against us?
The true scope of that human's power is unknown to her. The ceremony, it must take place in my world.
Of course.
The heart is found. Now give to me what is owed. Return our God to us.
Yes. This mission.
Close the gate.
So, doing this for a god. Okay. Why is the gate shutting? I think I know this mission, guys. I know this mission. I know this mission. I don't remember at the top of my head, but I do know it enough to... Once we get there, we can separate from here and go anywhere we want. But I do know this mission. So a lot of missions like this one, they're kind of open, you know, but except for the very start of it, of course. So yeah, once we get there, we can go anywhere we want. Probably go direct to these two. Those two are closed areas. And then probably make a... We'll go there and then go there. Go there last. And that... And the last one's over there. Okay. I'll work it out. I'll work it out. My brain's like... I know exactly what I want to do.
You've tried to attack
Let's do this!
but we couldn't break through to Asgard.
That was not the plan. That was not the plan!
For damaged Atlands. You may have to repair one to reach the target.
That was not the plan, guys. Also, that reminds me, guys, I've got to pick something up on OBS. Nothing too serious. Nothing that's going to crack up the game too much. Just a setting. I've got to change one of the settings for the, thing when I'm recording. I don't think I can change the setting while it's active. Damn. Oh, there it is, right there. I should be able to change the backtracking. Now, I want to change the backtracking from 25 seconds to about 3 minutes so I can edit it Now, I never used to like editing shorts, but I'm starting to get used to it now, so. It's something I've got to get used to, guys. Alright, we're back to the game. Now, I'm thinking about scheduling it out, guys. I might force a schedule in my head. So I'm thinking about doing both, like Minecraft and this one close to each other. So what I'm thinking about doing is doing the main Let's Plays, and then the streams after that, and then my other little videos later in the day. I mean, because other videos don't require that much effort. I'm working out patterns and all that, what works best. So yeah, I think that's my best bet, because it gives my brain a chance to boot up. Games really boot up my brain. Doing those boring videos do not. Well, not boring, but other videos. Hey guys, yeah. Out the way, alright. It's not super hard to beat when, especially when they're planned out. Okay, let's push in. Oh, is that what you want to do? Okay. You want to be like that, huh? Ah, well, got hit in the head by those damn shield guys. Alright, they're dead. I swear to God, someone pushed me into the lava. Someone pushed me into the goddamn lava again. Second time in a row, guys, I've been in the lava. Oh, I think it was you, you son of a bitch. No! Pushing me in the lava. Don't attack me from behind, I don't like it. Ah, the dog gone. Oh well, mine be like that. Ooh, a new gun, a new upgrade. Probably never use it, but hey, it's better than nothing. Oh my God, it's a rocket launcher. Okay, the rocket launcher is quite slow. Yeah, I know, trust me. Yep, okay. Talk about explosive. The worst thing about it, guys, it is explosive. I can't really use it that much. It's not realistic. But it does have its moments. Oh. Is that it? Oh, just to test it out, I guess. Alright, let's go this way. Don't go that way, obviously. We don't want to jump into the lava. How am I supposed to get up there? Oh, look around. Gotta be some way up there. You son of a bitch. Yes, that's how. Alright, I assume I can just jump up that one. Doesn't look super dangerous. It looks dangerous, but not super dangerous. Go. Nope. Oh my God, I nearly fell. Don't need you at all. Alright, that's it for that area, I guess. Yep. Fairy, starting to go. I love how he's got that explosive bike. When he jumps, it makes the whole ground shake. Nothing over here. I don't think there's anything over there either, but you never know. But yeah.
Alert. 2 Hellcats detected.
Gotta be smart, guys. I can't just run into this. Gotta get rid of them bit by bit. Those guys there are gonna be the bigger problem, though. But they're not that hard to deal with. Alright. That's so much for the welcome wagon. Ooh, ha ha ha, we're here. We're here, we're ready to kick some ass. Don't know how much of this we can do, but we'll do some of it. Alright, other side, obviously. Okay, go that way, I guess. I'm gonna go straight to these 2 areas, guys. They're probably the best areas to start with. I gotta send a message to one of my friends. I haven't been ignoring her, but I've just been busy. Well, tomorrow I'm supposed to go to the gym, but I don't know if I'll go to. I should go though. But I want to do videos. That's the thing with me. Maybe I can do a video, then go. Do the long one, and then I'll go after that.
Updating markers.
Have a look around. A lot of enemies around, isn't there? Yes, there is. Alright, let's go this way, I guess. What's in there? I don't want to go that way just yet. Excuse me, sirs? Sirs? Where do I come from anyway? Oh. I can't go that way. I need a key. Yeah, okay. Well, that blew that fury out the water, didn't it? Oh, I wish these guys wouldn't spawn every 5 seconds. Where's that go? Over there. Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. Anything else? Hmm. There's a few options. Well, we can go that way. I can probably go that way next. And if we can't go here, we better have gone to the other one over there. But first, let's go to this one because we can. Oh boy. Ah boy, not fun at all. Found the lava again. I want to get down there, but I don't want to fall into it. Yeah, I made it. Alright. This was one of the hard ones I screwed up on. Oh, what's that mission anyway? Alright, course. Damage to 5 or more. Oh god damn it, I gotta do that. Okay, destroy 2 Gordon nesters. I don't know what that is. And the last one. Okay, so the only hard one is the Rocket Man. Ah, just put me back here. I don't know what Gordon mess means. What does it mean, Gordon misses? I don't know. Oh, I can't. Either way, it doesn't matter. Okay, let's go this way. Okay, let's go. Holy shit! Get the shit out of me, guys. Just comes out of nowhere and attacks me. Go that way? Yeah, go that way. Ooh, you think this time you're gonna be slick? Yeah, you're not that slick, are you? You're not slick at all. Alright, go that way, we can go that way. That way's probably a better one. Turn around, go up there. Ooh. Going up. Bang, we're up, we're up, we're up. Okay, can we go this way, please? Have a battle we can actually deal with. You son of a bitch, I can do it. There, the key's here, guys. Somewhere. Alright. Time to have some fun. How do we get in there? Never mind, found it. Okay. Well, at least we're finding the key early on, so we don't have to worry about mucking around too much. Alright, yeah, I'm enjoying this commentary. Normally I don't talk that much, but I realise now I should just talk, even if I'm not the best at it. Are you going to turn off? Yes, you are. Good. Of course, there's lava here, fire here. Okay. Once we get this area done, we'll get the key, and we can go back to you and deal with it. So the game's not super hard or long. It's going to make things a little bit more difficult. Okay, shield's down. Right, done. Where am I supposed to go? Oh, never mind. Get up here, make sure there's nothing trying to kill me, because you know this game. This is Doom. It's the scary part is in the name of the game. Smells funny outside, guys. The weather smells really weird. Alright. Oh wait, it's the same thing as we're going here, wasn't it? Yeah, the same. So basically it takes me the same direction. I could have just ran around. Oh well. No point bitching about it. Let's get down there and get my key, get out of here. Anything here? Nope, just my key. Let's go. Ah, of course there's enemies out there. Why am I not surprised? Alright. You're easy ass to deal with. Goodbye. And not just me and you. Alright, let's get going. Alright. Over here. Alright, now, what the hell's down there? Alright, let's get down there. Interesting, interesting. Turn around. Jump up the, oh wait, you can't jump off the edge. Oh, never mind. Gotta go down there anyway. Boom. I can't believe I went past this. Either way, doesn't matter. Get what we want and get out. Why do I get a bad feeling about this place? I knew it! And it's got a shield on it. Why am I not surprised? Anything else trying to kill me in here? Alright, let's do this. Let's move on, guys. We've got that area out the way. We've got that area out the way. Now we can go back and deal with this area. And that means we'll have this area pretty much done. We can start moving on this direction. Probably here, but I think that's the last area. I don't think I can do that right now. I think. So I'll go there that way, turn around. I've got to go to the toilet. Damn it. Which one's the rocket launcher? That one? Huh. I feel like this is a trap. Alright. Definitely a trap. It wants to go in there. Okay. Deal with that in a minute, guys. I'm gonna go to the toilet. I need to go to the toilet. It shouldn't be long. 5 or 10 minutes or so. You know, the usual toilet runs. But yeah, once I come back, we can deal with this area and probably start moving on this direction. Well, I've already done that, so I'll move on to this direction over here. Right down there and move that way to here. I don't know if I can do that at all. I think that's later in the game. I think that's the last area. So if we can't, we'll just continue collecting this area done. Move on over there. And then we'll probably come back and start collecting everything in this area. But yeah, it's not a hard or anything. It's not slow. I mean, if I was 100% there in my head, I probably would be able to do this much faster. Also, if I didn't have to go to the toilet. So yeah, that's that too. So yeah, I'm going to go to the toilet. I'll come back. Alright, we'll be back shortly, guys. What were we doing about you, huh? Hmm? Oh my god. Alright, back. Sorry about that. Oh, what's going on, dude? Bro. I recognize you. I don't have the money for that game. I don't know if you're still there, but... of course someone show up 1 minute taller. Why am I not surprised to hear that? What time? How long am I been for? An hour and 40 minutes. Damn. Alright, let's do this. Oh, just a one. Alright, not worth battling with my... Not that hard to beat. Oh, seriously? Oh, so you're... What the hell? Uh-oh. I know he's here, but I don't know where he is. You again. Oh, good, I could use that. Alright. Where you go? It's here somewhere. I am a fighter, guys. I am not going to be bullied by this piece of shit. Got him. Down he goes. Alright, that's all of them. Alright. That wasn't nearly as hard. Made him look really easy, didn't I? Alright, let's get my item and get the hell out of here. Okay. Guys, I am getting ready to finish up, but not yet. I think we've got a little bit of time. Oh my shit. She's good. Alright, let's go. So I've done this entire area, which is good. Now we're going this way. Alright, we'll go this way through here, cave down here, so we'll go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's clear up our brain and stop overthinking everything, guys. That's what's killing me. My overthinking problem. Wait, I know this area. I don't know if I get that up there. God damn it. Charge! There we go. I don't know what the point that was. Oh, look for that. Alright. That wasn't really worth anything, but okay. Apparently there's something in there. I can't go that way. So we're going this way. Which is another boss area. Surprise, surprise. I don't like this area. This area does not look very friendly. Ah, fantastic! I could probably use rocket launchers on this one. Ow, it's lava down there. Okay. Damn, okay, the weapons are not working for me. I'm really sloppy. Alright, the weapons are definitely not working. Right. Much harder to use here. Huh. I don't even know what challenge we're supposed to be doing. Come here. No, you die. Hi guys, I have a feeling you might be here. Bye. Right, okay. Beautiful. Alright, we're gonna attack the dude now. Wherever he's hiding. I don't know where he's hiding. Please don't tell it's him. Of course it's him. Man, his reaction time's much faster than mine. I'm really slow. Come on. Got it. Alright. That was close. Maximum hell.
Hellfire core identified. Destroy it to disable the cannon.
Alright, that was fun. Not really. That was brutal. Bit hard, especially when you're getting tired. As your brain slowly starts turning off. But we did do it. So let's go in here and destroy our gun. Sorry, gun, you're gone. Gun's offline. Good.
Updating local map. One hell cannon remains.
Yep. Alright. Alright, we're done here, I think. I don't think there's anything here we need to do. Alright, let's go up there. Alright, we're here. Huh. Huh. Right, we've got tanks. It's back where we started from. Yeah, it is actually. Yeah, it is. Although. Oh, I think, yeah, this is the end part of the game, I think. Yeah, I can't go this way yet. I do remember that part there. All right. Yeah. Okay, down here. All right. Do not think that'll make it. I thought I was gonna die for sure. All right, this way. There's a door here, which I don't know how I missed. Secret. Yep. Ah, give me a break. Bye-bye. Huh. Alright, is that all of it? No, it's not. There's something over here. Huh. Hey, guys. Out of there. Damn. Alright, that was fun. Got all that. I've done that one up there. Alright. Doing pretty good, guys. Actually done a shitload, haven't we? We really have. Yeah, we've done a shitload, haven't we? Not all of it, almost all of it. I mean, the only part I've got to do later, a bit later in the game is that one there. But other than that, we should be good. Alright, let's go and find the next area to go to. It's kind of up there, so turn around. Yeah, get back up here. All right, let's go that way. Yeah, that's cool. Oh no. Hmm. You know what? I think for tonight, guys, I'm going to finish it here. I've been playing for about an hour and 50 minutes. I mean, tomorrow will be a bit more scheduled. We're going to start setting up the schedule 100% so I can at least get an idea what time I'm going to do it. Unless there's a reason I can't do it, a decent reason. Yeah, so I'm thinking of trying to get these things done a bit earlier because I think this time of night it doesn't seem to do very well for me. Most of my audience tend to be in the morning, so you know what? That's when we're going to start doing it. So usually in the morning or just after the gym, I'll probably do my let's play, and then I'll do the stream after that. And yeah, I'm thinking about doing like this channel's let's play first because it takes a while to upload. So I think I'll do that first. Go to the gym. Time I get back from there in about 45 minutes to an hour, it should be already uploaded and get ready to go. Means I can do the Minecraft right next to it, and then do the 2 streams after that. And then do whatever I got to do later in the day if I need to. On that note, cheers guys. I hope to see you again tomorrow. I'm done because I'm about to fall asleep. Cheers. Turn it off.